Can chi be realistically used in a fight? Yes. He says, I've seen chi masters with the do not touch knockouts. That's a whole nother scenario, which we'll talk about in a moment, etc. And obviously, I don't believe that that's how it works. It's 'cause
Okay,
it
remember
doesn't.
what we talked about? Chi means air, okay? That's you have to have air. And to physically do damage, there has to be contact, there has to be pressure. What's the definition of pressure? To break it down in layman's terms, oppositional force.
Mm.
Okay. So one force here, one force here, that's how you create pressure. So these videos, these no knockout, it's I don't really like to talk about anybody, but look, I'll just talk about that. It's just nonsense. Anyone who believes it, I guess that's up to them. But
I would say that's
personally,
why it works on some people and it doesn't.
because they want to believe it so badly.
Right. It's a mental thing. It's not a
Psychosomatic
physical
is what they
thing.
call it.
Yeah.
Psychosomatic. They want to believe it so bad that they actually want to feel it go down. But honestly, to test what you do, you want a non-believer, someone who wants to fight you at full resistance or full power to test the technique.
And then if
Okay.
it doesn't work, it's not the technique.
Well, not necessarily, because you could
Well, I'm talking
you could
about
be
with
doing the
that.
technique badly. So you
Well,
got to
yeah.
refine that.
Yeah.
So
But I mean with this no touch knockout,
It-
because
the no touch knockout don't work. Okay,
Yeah.
there's not a single person whoever doesn't believe have been knocked out by
exactly.
someone.
So that's what I'm talking
Okay,
about. That
it's always, if
specifically.
you notice, it's always their students. It's always the students that get knocked out, not someone outside the school.
Hold on. Bam.
How'd you do that? I want to learn
works.
that.
No, actually,
I saw you touch him though. That's not,
I didn't touch him.
it does work, and it works the same way hypnotism works. Your
Yes.
mind
Mhm.
has to be susceptible to allow it to happen in order for it to work. That just means your mind's not very strong. It doesn't work, right? If someone doesn't want to be knocked out like that, they're not going to be knocked out. But if you're like, ooh, can you knock me out? We're going to get knocked out. It's all about belief.
yeah, but what I'm saying, physically, it doesn't work. It's not a true physical thing. It's
I actually didn't touch him. There was this much between me and him. You just couldn't see it because of the way it was facing. I didn't cheat.
I thought you did.
I didn't. No,
That doesn't work. It didn't work.
my mind's.
Maybe
just
she
wrong.
wasn't looking. Look,
Hold on.
it works. See, has to have certain conditions.
We're too silly here. I'm sorry. You can watch the replay all you want, but I did not physically touch him. My hands were actually this far from him. But
But in terms of
I'm
chi,
not good.
But in terms of chi, go back to the things. In terms of chi, it's air. Okay, it's. People say it's this mysterious energy. It's not. Physically, it's air. Chi is air. That's what it literally means. It means air. So, whew, chi, and we use that air to create pressure to create the energy, and that's why they call it chi energy, because it's what causes the energy to occur, and so that's why people call chi chi energy.
Yeah.
But we use
It's your
what
life
is
force.
energy? How do we get that energy? We get it through pressure
Mhm.
by the breathing that we do. That's what it really is. But like I said, no touch knockout is just nonsense. It's ridiculous, and people who want to believe it, then that's on them. But honestly, like I said, you want to test your technique, you want to see if it works, put it
Personally,
on a
does not
non-believer,
believe it.
put it
Yeah.
on someone who refuses to go or will fight you to do it. And again, that's why I always do seminars and I always pick people who are not my students so they can understand that it's real and that it's not cooperative training techniques.
Right, right.
It's at full resistance. A guy who fights you hard force, I did a seminar, a guy came up to me, he was another martial arts master. And he says, like he asked me to stay with after the seminar and work with them and everything like that. Because he said, I know you're the real deal. He goes, you're not like these movie martial artists, because they're always picking their students. They're always doing it with their students and they always rehearse to do it. And so it's not. I never rehearse with my students unless it's something that I want to do a sequence to train. My students don't even know what I'm teaching. They know the topic, but they don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just go up there and I do it instinctively. And I know the purpose of what I'm trying to do on the topic. And I know the principles I want to be behind it. And I just teach it as that. But I don't do any rehearsals. I never rehearse with my students. Say, listen, you're going to give me a straight punch. So you give me a straight punch here, and then you give me a hook punch here. So when we do the seminar, give me a straight, and I do because I know it's coming. Like I just say, just hit me. I don't care how, just hit me. Like, what do you want me to throw? I don't care. Just throw something. And I just say, do it. So I have strangers do it. I say, attack me. I'll say, put me in a choke or don't let me lock you. I'm going to do it this way. It's going to come. This is the lock I'm going to make. Don't let me do it if you can. It doesn't matter if they refuse to. I just do it.